Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Spotlight, and today we have Andrew Earle from the Maricopa Rams in with us today. And Maricopa is now 5-0 on the season. And Andrew, tell me a little bit about last week's game. You guys played Tempe. I think it was a little bit of a revenge game for you guys. And it was a little bit close for a while, but you guys really were able to put them away late in the game. Tell me a little bit about that game.
Yeah, the offense struggled in the first and second quarter, but third quarter we picked it up, and the defense kept us in the game.
Yeah, I think the offense has kind of carried the team for the majority of the year, but the defense kind of stepped up in a big way last week against Tempe. So tell me, how, as an offensive player, how you felt watching the defense kind of step up and play like that.
I liked the defense stepping up, but I wish it wouldn't have had to been like that. It's been a lot of touchdowns, and if the defense can keep stopping them, we could keep scoring, we'll be real good.
What were some of the things in the Tempe game that you felt like you guys could improve on from that game?
The O-line, they're getting a lot of penetration on us.
And as far as other things that you want to work on going into tomorrow, you guys got a game against McClintock. What are some of the things that you're focused on?
I want to run the ball, get more rushing yards.
Do you think that right now you guys have yet to kind of prove how good you can be as a running team?
No, we've been averaging 200 yards a game, so we've been good, but it can be a lot better.
And thoughts on McClintock? How much do you know about them as far as from the film you've watched and what you're expecting out of that game?
They run a 3-3. They got some pretty big guys, but it shouldn't be anything.
Okay, Andrew, well, thanks for joining us today. We are joined again by Rams head coach Coach McDonald, and the Rams are now 5-0 on the season. And Coach, tell me about that Tempe game. I know it was an emotional game for your guys and probably the coaching staff as well, especially after what happened last year when they came, they stomped on the M and all that. So to get that kind of victory that you did last week, how did that feel for the team and the coaches as well?
Well, it felt really good. It was it was a clean football game, I thought, by our team, and I thought we out-hit them, really, and outplayed them. Obviously, our defense really stepped up and played fundamentally sound and tackled really well, and was very physical out there, and then our special teams did what they did, and it was a good win. It was a good win.
And I think, you mentioned the defense. This is a team that has been kind of carried by the offense for most of the year. To see the defense play the way they did against Tempe, do you think that that's maybe a turning point for the defense? They really kind of came into their own in that game.
I hope so. I really do. Our defense, in all honesty, has been a bend but don't break defense. If you look at some of the box scores, I don't know if they really tell the true picture of how our defense has played. Mixed into some of those points, is a special teams let down or a couple special teams let downs, really. So it doesn't really tell the true picture. But we just try and work on getting better every week. Really just trying to get more fundamental and with our tackling, with our pursuit, with our assignments, and that's what we just try and work on, get better every week at that.
The offense in the Tempe game, you got off to a slow start. You were able to score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Looking at the game tape, what do you take away from the offensive performance?
We just didn't execute. We going back and looking at it, we left a lot of plays on the field, and a lot of that is based on them pressuring us. They were getting to our quarterback pretty quick, and so anytime that happens, it gets an offense out of rhythm. That's why they do it. So, I got to do a better job as a coach, preparing my kids for that and for those situations, and that's what we've been working on all week, and hopefully, if when we face this type of pressure again, we'll be more prepared for it.
Anything specifically that you're looking for as far as execution-wise against McClintock tomorrow night that you want to see?
Yeah, I just want us to be more clean, and all around. and be able to finish drives. You know, with Tempe, I thought we were able to move the ball, and then at some point, you know, we stalled. You know, and so, you know, I'm looking at us to try and really finish drives, and not so much the big plays. I mean, we have big play capability, obviously, but you know, can we sustain and can we finish an 8 to 10 to 12 play drive?
All right, well, good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
We are joined by Austin Troyer, who plays right tackle for the Maricopa Rams. And Austin, we were talking about the Rams now being 5-0 on the season. So as a player who has been around, Maricopa hasn't had a start like this in a long time. So tell me how it feels to be 5-0 right now.
Well, it feels pretty good because I don't think any team in Maricopa's done that for a while. So it feels good to be the team that finally did that. So.
Do you feel like there's like you guys are kind of creating a little bit of a sense of history now, where you guys can maybe be remembered as one of the better Maricopa teams?
Yeah, I think so. I think like the juniors and the sophomores, like their senior year, are gonna remember what we did, and then they're gonna want to be like undefeated too. So.
Tell me how you think you guys have gotten to this point. I mean, what have been the keys this season to getting to 5-0?
Well, last year, like it was the first year for Coach McDonald, so you know we didn't get everything together. And I think this year we just like got everything together offensively and defensively, like to, you know. So I think everything's just come together and everyone's bought into the program and stuff.
He talked to me too in the offseason about wanting to have the guys dedicate themselves in the weight room. I mean, was that a big thing for you guys?
Yeah, like over the summer, everyone, like most of the starters now showed up to the weight room and put in a lot of work. So that's a big part of it.
And as an offensive line unit, kind of tell me about how you feel like you guys are progressing and how you feel like you can maybe still get better and what the things that you like you're doing right now.
Well, we've been running the ball really good to this point, so we want to keep doing that. And I mean, there's always room for improvement on that. Like last week, we didn't have that great rushing, but I mean, we still got 150 something yards. So you know, we need to improve on that, and like so we don't have to rely on passing as much.
I think one of the things that I've noticed throughout the 5-0 start is that if one area of the team is not playing great, whether it's defense, offense, or special teams, another part of the team steps up. I mean, what does that say about your group, that there always seems to be one group that is able to make a play in order to win the game?
Well, I think it's a good thing because then we're never really completely out of games if one of us can't get it going. So I think it helps a lot, like, to win games.
And what are your thoughts on McClintock you've got coming up tomorrow night?
Well, defensively they do kind of the same thing Tempe did. So, I mean, we got pretty much 2 weeks to prepare for them if you count. I mean, last week kind of counts for that too. So I think we're gonna run the ball. I think we're gonna pass a lot too because they like to bring a lot of blitzes. So like the middle should be open. So I think we should score a lot of points.
Okay, well, good luck to you. And that game is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Tempe McClintock. The Rams will look to go 6-0.